Congratulations on the win. Probably almost threw it away there just in that last couple of possessions, but were you happy with how the team performed overall?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't our best tonight. Tasmania had a lot to do with that, but you can never apologize for winning, especially on the road against a team who's a really good team, desperately needed a win. Super proud of my group for finding a way to get a big win.
Obviously, I guess the guy beside you had a real breakout game today, especially in the first half. What impressed you about how he went about it today?
Yeah, I mean, he was huge for us. You know, we have one of our better shooters out, Glover, and needed a guy to step up. Malique's been doing a lot of really good things. I think last week something came out where he was leading the league in plus minus, and he's not so much focused on shots, but tonight that was a huge boost for us. We needed somebody to step up offensively, and Malique did that. I don't know how many he hit in the first half, but he had a big bucket late as well, so it was really nice to see Malique shoot the ball really well tonight.
I guess as a coach, I think you're 7-2 now. Obviously, you came in midway through last year. How much more settled and assured are you to have a full campaign and pre-season with the guys, and it's obviously showing out on the court at the moment?
Yeah, no, we're playing well right now. We've got to be better. We've got to get better because everybody else in the league is going to get better the longer the season goes, and we'll understand that. But hopefully, you know, it's good to be whatever our record is 7-2 right now. But you know, we got to keep playing with a chip on our shoulder, and see where we go.
JackJumpers usually, I think they average opposition scores to about 83. What was the secret to being able to outperform that by 20?
Well, it was a racetrack. First off, they had an excellent game plan. Their game plan was to play our game, and they were hitting shots and they were up and about, and we knew they would be, especially having lost two really close ones in a row. We knew they would be ready to go tonight, and I think the first half it was 61-60, something like this at the half, and I mean, luckily we were able to put some stops together. I was really proud of the group, especially like that last 5 minutes. We found a way to get stops when it mattered most. Obviously, on the offensive side, we almost gave the game back to them, but that part is totally on me as well. We got to work on stuff like that in practice.
In terms of the bench shot there at the end, was that just a case of you guys were very focused on making sure Bryce wasn't shooting the ball, giving the way the shooting shot? Yeah,
we were switching everybody there. Obviously, Bryce had it going. We would like for him not to have taken the final shot, which was good, but then Benier, who's a big-time shooter, we gave up a wide-open three in the corner, and luckily for us, it didn't go in, but that ball was 3/4 of the way down and popped out.
Obviously, I guess Malique had a great game, so had a great game, but Foxwell, just looking at his stat line, five steals, 15 points, did a lot of everything for you tonight as well.
Yeah, Foxy's been huge. We need him to perform for us. He hit some big shots, especially in the fourth quarter. Like I said, we had several. I mean, what goes unnoticed a lot of times with a guy like Malique, stuff that doesn't show up and no one's going to mention John Brown, but that dude was a freaking warrior. I mean, he had 8 offensive rebounds. He was huge down the stretch, and but we have several guys that can help us night in and night out, and that's I think the strength of our team is the strength of the team, and we need other guys who maybe didn't play as much tonight step up. We have a quick turnaround, and we need these guys to be ready to help us against a really good Melbourne United team on Saturday.
Malique, how did that feel, especially the first half? I think you were 5 for 5 early on, and must have gives you a lot of confidence going forward that you can really make an impact in this league.
I mean, every time you're making shots and it's going your way, it's going to feel good, you know. I think shout out to everyone else on the team. They saw that it was my day, you know, I had it going, and they were looking for me, you know, and just made my job easier. I just had to make the shot. So, yeah.
What was that like? I guess you're usually looking for Sophie or something like that, and you're the guy that must be a real sort of pinch me moment for yourself that you can really sort of build on for the rest of the year. I mean,
yeah. I think everyone know that I can shoot. You know, I can make shots. That's why I get those type of shots in the game. It's not. I won't say it was a pinch me moment. It's just like, you know, like today was the day that they fell. You know, in the other games, if they fell, the amount of shots that I take, you know, probably end up with the same amount of points. So.
I think I know what it was. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I get a text message. I'm going to show Malique this afterwards. I get a text message from my mother back in the States before every game, and she asked me, is Glover playing? I said, nah, he's out. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. She wrote me back like, we need Lewis to hit some threes tonight. I swear to you, I will show it to you.
Yeah, she,
so maybe that's what it is.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to my mom.
Yeah.
Obviously, it sets up a massive sort of Melbourne derby in a couple of days. It's probably one of the bigger ones for a while, given where both teams are on the ladder. So that's sort of exciting, I guess, to be in those sort of games after last year, and the guys are now in those really big games this year.
Yeah, it should be an exciting game. We should be up for it. I mean, they played last night. They're coming off of 2 really close defeats. They're clearly the best team in the league to date. And if we want to win on Saturday night, we're going to have to play better than we have here recently, too. So it should be a fun, exciting game Saturday night.
You feel like you're more ready than ever to really sort of show what you can do in a game like that, given the great start to the year?
Yeah, I think our guys, we played them second game of the year, and it was actually a pretty good game up until, the fourth quarter. They went on a crazy run and ended up beating us by 20 points. It is the next game, but it's going to be a really good challenge for us to kind of see where we're at against the best team in the league.
It shapes up to be 1v2. Do you guys like the tag of little brother?
I don't get into all like little brother, big brother. They're the best team in the league. They've been the benchmark for the league for a while. We just got to, again, it's all about us keeping a chip on our shoulder and keep getting, but we're the team that was picked to finish, I think, 10th in the league this year. So we have to keep that mindset as we move forward.
Towards the back end of that game, Soaps probably started to pass up a lot more than he drove to the basket or finished. How do you find the balance between Soapy? Yes, he had 28 points, but I think he could have potentially gone a little bit more, or you like what he's doing at the moment, distributing and scoring?
No, Sobe's been amazing. I've said it. I'll say it again. He's the most underrated player in this league. The debacle at the end of the game is completely on me. I've got to get our guys in better positions to move the ball around. And Tazzy kind of stunned us a little bit, but a lot of those turnovers late. That's completely on the coach.
Where do you see Hamilton's performance out there today, especially not losing team, in terms of performances you've seen in the league? And is he on the precipice of maybe going to the NBA eventually if he continues like that, do you think?
I think anything's possible. I mean, Bryce is a really hard player to guard. Once they get David back, they're going to be even better. They're right there, but that was an unbelievable performance by him. I would like to think maybe late in the game he was a little bit tired, but 16 for 23, and a lot of his shots were tough shots. Unbelievable performance by Bryce.
Just on the first half, maybe ask you this team, really. You guys are, of course, so many turnovers, sort of one possession after another. What was the messaging amongst the players while that was going on to be able to cause so much pressure to make them make so many mistakes in the first half?
I mean, it's how we practice. We practice pretty hard. We practice on playing fast, and if you want to play fast, you got to force bad shots and force turnovers. So we just come out here and play how we practice, and it translates.
Equally, like they were shooting 71%, I think it was at halftime. What changed, do you think, between the playing groups so that you could at least slow them down with their shooting and, I suppose, slow down their scoring?
I mean, I think initially they were scoring a lot of just, driving to the rim, first possession points. And after that, it was just like, stop your man, make them play until the end of the clock, and then grab the rebound, finish out the play.
Yeah, just a couple very quickly, Josh.
Yeah,
You talked about no one always asked about John Brown. I did want to ask you about him because
Good.
he was such a monster. He was such a monster, but I think when you signed him, you didn't necessarily see him playing much in the 5 spot. But you saw what he did against Perth, and then tonight he spent a lot of time in the 5 spot. It's really working for him.
Yeah, I mean he's a beast. That's the best way I can put it. He's a gamer. He's a baller. He's ready to go. We're lucky to have him. The league is actually lucky to have him. They don't know that, but they're lucky to have him in the league. A guy like John Brown who's got the credentials that he does, and he's a nightmare for the other opponent for sure. But again, we have to be. It can't just be us rely on him and his energy. We need other guys to step up and bring that type of energy. It can't be just we lean on him to get us out of a hole all the time.
I want to ask you about your interaction with Ben Air at the end as well. Obviously, it seems like anyone that coaches him just seems to love the guy. We saw Adam Ford come out and talk about him the other night and use him as a shining example. And you coached him last season, and I'm sure you're glad that his shot didn't fall, but I get the feeling you respected him for just taking the shot.
No, I got what Benny Air did for us last year and the way he carries himself and yeah, he what he did last year was unbelievable. He didn't get to play a lot, and then he stayed ready. I've got just as much respect for him as anybody I've ever coached. And yeah, of course, I'm happy that shot didn't fall. But I told him after the game I would have bet all the money I have, which isn't a lot, that shot would have fallen, because that's how storybooks go or whatever movies go. So yeah, I got a lot of respect and love for Ben Air.